Hi, my name is Scott Allen. I'm a Wisconsin State Representative from Waukesha's 97th District. I want to talk with you for a few minutes about an important topic today that's gathering a lot of discussion and has a fair amount of emotional rhetoric surrounding it. That topic is whether Wisconsin should become the next state to pass legislation allowing the right to work. As the law exists now, some workplaces have as a condition of employment that the employee must belong to the union and must pay union dues. This is true regardless of whether or not the employee wants representation or supports the actions or expenditures of the union. The reason they call the legislation right to work is because the question is, should the worker have the fundamental right to work wherever they want without being forced to compromise their values or pay money to a separate and in many times political organization? Outside of the philosophical argument in favor of worker freedom, there are many compelling economic reasons why we should consider becoming a right-to-work state. The national trend is toward right to work. There are already 24 other states that have adopted the policy. Interestingly, a few of our neighbors have moved in that direction, including Iowa, Indiana, and Michigan. That's right. Perhaps one of the most unionized states in the nation, Michigan, has adopted the right to work. Right to work may not be the only factor, but it is interesting to note that between March of 2013, when the Michigan law took effect, through November of 2014, their state saw a 4% growth in payroll for manufacturing jobs, which is better than the 2.8% in other right-to-work states, and much better than the 0.9% growth in forced union states. This is according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, as reported in the Wall Street Journal. The important thing for us to decide is in what direction do we want to go as a state? Do we want to position ourselves in the most competitive light, or do we want to stick with the status quo? I believe that with our talent, we can compete as a state, and to do so, we should eliminate any barrier that might get in the way. In a survey of site selectors, these are professionals who advise businesses on where to expand or locate. 75% of them indicated that their clients viewed the right to work as an important or very important factor versus forced union states. We have a strong and proud union tradition here in Wisconsin. The union movement played a very important role in our history. We have all benefited from the work of labor unions. During the Industrial Revolution, the unions were instrumental in creating many of the safe working conditions that we all enjoy today, and that perhaps we all take for granted. There is very good reason to be union proud. Also, there are many unions that provide excellent training and good support for their members. In a right-to-work Wisconsin, those unions will continue to exist and will continue to offer value-added services to their members. Well, in the recent period of 2010 to 2013, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that union membership grew in right-to-work states, and in forced union states, union membership declined. Assuming that right to work is about killing unions is just simply a wrong assumption. Fear of change is very powerful, yet change is certain. Times have changed. Wisconsin was once a manufacturing powerhouse, and we know all too well the history of losing jobs to southern states or worse, overseas. We need to face our fears and adapt to changing times. We need to reposition our state in the national and global marketplace. We need to consider all the tools at our disposal, including right to work. we need to boldly and confidently face our future.